सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Yeah, 12 onwards. आशापाशशतैर्बद्धाः
आशापाशाशतैर्बद्धाः
कामक्रोधपरायणाः
कामक्रोधपरायणाः
ईहन्ते कामभोगार्थम्
ईहन्ते कामभोगार्थम्
अन्यायेनार्थसञ्चयान्
अन्यायेनार्थसञ्चयान्
इदमद्य मया लब्धम्
इदमद्य मया लब्धम्
इमं प्राप्स्ये मनोरथम्
इमं प्राप्से मनोरथम्
इदमस्तीदमपि मे
इदमस्तीदमपि मे
भविष्यति पुनर्धनम्
भविष्यति पुनर्धनम्
असौ मया हतः शत्रुः
असौ मया हतः शत्रुः
हनिष्ये चापरानपि
हनिष्ये चापरानपि
ईश्वरोऽहमहं भोगी
ईश्वरोऽहमहं भोगी
सिद्धोऽहं बलवान् सुखी
तोऽहं बलवान् सुखी
आढ्योऽभिजनवानस्मि
आढ्योऽभिजनवानस्मि
कोऽन्योऽस्ति सदृशो मया
कोऽन्योऽस्ति सदृशो मया
यक्ष्ये दास्यामि मोदिष्ये
यक्ष्ये दास्यामि मोदिष्ये
इत्यज्ञानविमोहिताः
इत्यज्ञानविमोहिताः
अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ताः
अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ताः
मोहजालसमावृताः
मोहजालसमावृताः
प्रसक्ताः कामभोगेषु
प्रसक्ताः कामभोगेषु
पतन्ति नरकेषु च
पतन्ति नरकेषु च
आत्मसम्भाविताः स्तब्धाः
आत्मसम्भाविताः स्तब्धाः
धनमानमदान्विताः
धनमानमदान्विताः
यजन्ते नाम यज्ञैस्ते
यन्ते नाम यज्ञैस्ते
dambhena vidhipurvakam.
दम्भेना विधिपूर्वकम्
Yeah, we need to resume from 16. When a child grows up, the child is often told by parents constantly, don't do this, you should not do that, you should do this, this is good for you, spinach is good for you. Child doesn't know anything. So from scratch, it's starting its life from scratch. It knows nothing. And it eats what the parents give. And it begins to imbibe all the values of the parents. Parents may not know. And they think they can get away talking all kinds of stuff. The child is absorbing everything. And everything is being absorbed. But the child is being told, don't do this is good, that's not good, that's not right, this is right. You have to help others. You can't be so selfish. Like this, the child is constantly. So Krishna is doing the same thing to us. I don't see any difference at all. There is something called Asura Sampat, there is something called Devi Sampat. Two things are there. Despite being told when we were children, it's possible to deviate from all of that. That's what Krishna is suggesting here. It's possible. We see that in this world also. Okay, Api, Krishna. So that that harmony, that yajna drishti has harmony is yajna drishti, ecology. The everything has to work in clockwork. Everything has to tick. Plant life is needed, animal life is needed, oxygen is needed, carbon dioxide needed, the right amount of sunshine is needed, and so on and so forth. Only then the rivers will flow, the rain will fall, and the ice will form, snow will form, everything. We are beginning to realize that now. Okay? And so, even for the human being, yuktahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, like that we saw. Krishna had said some basic advice he had given. Yuktahara viharasya. Hey, even in your food, ahara, vihara, resting also. Food also, you just don't just consume what is there. Neither should you just fast all the time. Yukta ahara. There is a right amount of food. Balance. Vihara also. Sapna avabodhasya. Relaxation. Sapna means sleep. Yukta swapna avabodhasya. Yogo bhavati dukkha. Just leading a balanced life like that itself can be very fulfilling, like that he had said. You don't know any scripture, nothing. That's fine. Just please have a balanced life. Because there will be a time when I will get exposed to Shastra. Because that circumstance will happen. Nothing is constant. Everything is moving. Newer and newer people are coming. People are leaving. People are coming. Visitors will come. Swamis will come. Suddenly, somebody will invite you for a talk. So, preparation is there. We have to get ready for that. So, things have to be like a well oiled machine. Our life also should be like that. Like that, he had said long ago in the sixth chapter. So, here, this person that is being described is obsessed with material possessions, obsessed with some kind of a name and fame. The person already has an idea that this is where I must go. That idea also is there, crystal clear. That these people are pretty dogged and crystal clear also. And so that person needs to get sensitized somehow. And Krishna is trying his best But then he is also going to say that person has to face the consequences. What is being said in many of these shlokas. Yasya asti vittam saha nara kulinaha. So vittam eva. Money. Money is everything. Time is money, okay, but money is everything. Money is God. Money is God. So, sarve gunaha kanchanam ashritaha. Again, Bhartrihari. Sarve gunaha kanchanam ashritaha. Gold. Gold is it. How much gold do you have? That is how I'm going to measure you. And you can measure me also. That this is the currency. Gold is the currency. Sarve gunaha kanchanam ashritaha. He says further, one who has wealth, that person is the greatest person. Kulinaha. And then saha panditaha. That person is pandita also, you know. Panditaha. Saha shrutavan gunajnaha. He has the best qualities. He is the one we should all worship. We should all listen to. Pandita. And even in society, we see they are the people who talk. Media covers them only. You look at media, that's why, newspapers and media, you look at all that. You hear those people only. They are the only people who come in the news. There is no some newspaper, at least some 2-3 paragraphs about some Swamis visit somewhere. No, nothing. It's all about these people only. Swayam dhiraha panditam manyamana. So, media covers them, and because they are the people that count in society. And so, sarve gunaha kanchanam ashritaha, already said by Bhartrihari. And so, here look at the shloka. Atma sambhavitaha. Atma sambhavitaha. They are filled with themselves. Pride, pride, pride filled. Self glorification. Sorry, Atma Sambhavita means self glorifying. You don't know who I am. Even though you think you know who I am. No, I don't think you know. That's how big I am. That's how big I am. So, self glorification. Stabdaha. Prideful, prideful. Dhana mana madanvitaha. Anvita means imbued with, filled with uh, mana. Same thing, manitvam, filled with this self. It's all about the self, all self accomplishments. Okay. Mana, mada, on top of that, mada also, aggression. Aggression. If you don't listen to me, then you're something else. You're finished. So that's why in our society, in India, in many places, Hindus in Tamil Nadu are afraid to speak up, because if you speak up, then you will be targeted. Will be targeted in a state like Tamil Nadu. So Mada, because that Mada is there, Mada, and born of Dhanam, Dhanena, Mada, Mana Madantaha, Dhanena, born of that wealth, that possession, material possession is so intoxicating. And therefore, what? Yajante, Yajante, but they don't want to be left alone. They do want to be seen as though they are God fearing, and they do worship, they do prayers. Yajante, not ordinary. Yajante. Then Krishna, look at this. Nama yajnaihi te yajante. Namesake, namesake worship, namesake yaga. I did Vajapeya yajna, I did this yajna, that yajna. Namesake. People should feel as though this guy is a very religious guy. So all these needs they have. And so, dambhena, all pretense. Dambha means pretense, all pretension, show. Show off ke liye kar rahe hain. Krishna is saying all this. Look at the language. You can't make a mistake in translating this. Dambhena, pretense. Swamiji here gives an example. You should not mistake me. Swamiji's example. He says, this marriages, he just makes one line, that's all. The guy is tying the Mangala Sutra. You know Mangala Sutra. Mangalyam tantuna tena Mama Jivana Hetuna Kante Badnadi Subakam. Mama Jivana, what is it? I'm forgetting that.
Mama Jivana
Mangal
Hetuna.
Hetuna, Mama Jivana Hetuna. This mantra is saying, the guy already said, Ketti Melam, like that they say here in Tamil Nadu. Ketti Melam means, that the Melam has to sound loud. It has to sound. And this guy is doing this. And then videographer says, wait, no, move, look at this, look at that. That is Apashakunam. You can't say wait and all that. Mantras, this man is chanting loudly also, nicely. They're chanting. Everybody, wait, look here. Hey, look here. The guy is supposed to look at her. She is supposed to look at him. Look at the videographer. What is this? Avidhi Purvakam. Look at the next line. Krishna is saying, Avidhi Purvakam. Hey, this is not the Vidhi at all. All Vidhis are broken. All rules, Vedic rules are broken left and right.
Not Vedokta, Videokta.
Videokta. Nice. Good thinking.
And always directed by the videographers only, not the Purohits also nowadays.
It is so sad.
Very sad.
The Vedic mantras, Saptapadi is going on. Saptapadi is the main event of our Vedika Vivaha, Samskara. Okay. So, Ekam Ishe Vishnustva Anvetu. I used to remember all these mantras. I'm not able to remember now. Ekam Ishe Vishnustva Anvetu. The man has to put on to the toe of the lady and then put it on top of the ammi, that stone, etc., and then make her walk step by step. And 7 steps. It's all 7 steps of friendship. Ekam Ishe Vishnustva Anvetu. Hey, we are going to come together, and in order for this family to function, we must have proper food. We must be sustained. The whole family, we need some material wealth is needed. And food in the form of food. Ekam Ishe Vishnustva Anvetu. Dve Urje Vishnustva Anvetu. Hey, let Vishnu be with you. With you, he says. With you, he says. Let Vishnu be with you. Urje, we need a lot of energy. You need a lot of energy because I'm going to shout at you. My mother is going to shout at you. My father is also going to shout at you. Get that. He doesn't say all that, but Urja means energy. Dve Urje Vishnustva Anvetu Trini Vrataya Trini Vrataya Vishnustva Anvetu. If we have to together, we have to do a lot of samskaras. Veda means samskaras will be there. We need to keep the Veda. The Veda has to come to our home. We are the sustainers of the Veda. We are grihasthas from now onwards. We are no longer brahmacharis or brahmacharini. And so, Vrataya, for maintaining that Vedic samskara, let Vishnu be with you. Like this, Saptapadi is there. After that, there is Sakya Homa. Sakya Homa. The Vedas looks at this marriage as a union of 2 friends. Marriage must be between 2. It doesn't say anywhere Pati is higher, Patni has to serve the husband. It doesn't say anywhere. Nowhere it says. I've tried to look around. I've not found. Equals. Look at that. I'm forgetting the mantras. I wish I. Sakha Saptapada Bhava. Sakha Yai Saptapada Bhabuva. I'm coming together for friendship, lifelong friendship. Friendship, look at that word. Sakyam. Okay. Sakyante Gameyam. May you enter this friendship. And Sakyate Ma Gameyam. May you not leave this friendship. Next mantra. May I come into friendship. May I not leave this friendship. These are all vows made. Agni Sakshi. Agni is there. People are all watching. Devatas are watching. This is called Vidhi Purvakam. And so, this guy is on the phone. Mangala Sutram time, he's talking on the phone. We need, I'm telling you, I'm getting some ideas here. We need people who should come into this marriage. Even the Purohit also should be able to tell people what he's doing. Today, that is needed. Guys, listen. Now, Mangala Sutram is. Let me explain to you what is the history behind Mangala Sutra. You should say for 2-3 minutes, talk about it. Let people listen. People are chatting, chatting, chatting. They've come and all these friends, okay, fine, you do your chatting. Nobody says you should not meet friends and relatives. But important things are going on here. Nobody knows what are the mantras being chanted. This Purohit has to say something. Saptapadi means what? What is the 7 steps? What is the significance? Or invite somebody to the marriage. Really, I think so. The marriages, I've seen some marriages, they give out all these handbooks, their book about all the mantras. They do that. That's good. That's a good sign. That's a good sign because that shows there is a desire to know all these things. Better than that, invite somebody who knows and who can really make a point and make people listen to all these things. Okay. Half the marriages are all ending in divorce. What are we talking? We need to drive it down into the heads of people and and bring some life back to marriage. It has become a joke. And the Purohit should say, if suppose the mother and father say, 2 days? No, my son is working abroad. He has to go. Can you make it 2 hours instead of 2 days? The proper Purohit will say, you know what? Marriage is for life. If you can't sacrifice 2 days now, then we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm not going to do a marriage for 2 days. You can go look for someone. That is what the Purohit should say. I don't know how to abbreviate a 2 day marriage into 2 days. That's what he should say. Really. You don't need a Vedic marriage. You can go. In Las Vegas, there is something called walk-in marriage. You can a drive-in marriage, not walk-in. Drive-in. You just drive in. And then there is somebody there. He will make you chant these, not Vedic mantras, but some English mantras will be there. And then chant. And then you are now husband and wife, lady and something, they say. Or then go. Las Vegas also. Right there. Honeymoon starts right there in the car itself. Hey, that's really good. Why waste money? Why invite people all pandal, this, that, the theme-based marriage and all they say? What theme? Marriage is the theme, my dear friends. You need more theme than marriage. I'm just giving you some ideas. To make these marriage functions more meaningful. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. And so otherwise it becomes Avidhi Purvakam. The Purohit has to call and say, hey, now you're going to do what is called Dhruva Arundhati Darshanam. Let me explain to you it is a scientific thing. Let me bring science into it. Like that, he should say. Or make somebody come and say all these things. Dhruva Nakshatra. In those days itself, they have seen the Dhruva Nakshatra. Now today it's called pole star. It is pole star because it is unmoving, same position. And these people, our Vedic rishis have said, the woman has to tell the man, go, look at the Dhruva. You should be like Dhruva. Stable, steady, strong. That's why I'm marrying you, okay? That's what the lady should say. And the man points to her and say, you now look at Arundhati. You be like Arundhati, like that. So it's very symbolic, beautiful symbology. So all this has to happen. So Avidhi Purvakam, Krishna is saying, Nama Yajnaihi Te Yajante. They are all making all these things for the sake of namesake functions. Okay? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I never expected Krishna to say all this. Anyway, let's translate this. Those who are self-glorifying, conceited, filled with pride and arrogance, filled with pride and arrogance, because of their wealth, because of their wealth, perform rituals that are rituals in name only, not according to stipulations, not according to stipulations, but out of pretension.
Repeat, but out of? What did you say?
Pretension.
Thank you.
Those who are self-glorifying, conceited, filled with pride and arrogance because of their wealth, perform rituals that are rituals in name only, not according to stipulations, but out of pretension. Okay, next. So yeah, I mean, I don't want anybody to mistake all these weddings. Let weddings be. They're spending a lot of money. That's all fine. Nothing wrong with spending money at all. But bring some meaning to it. Let the meaning not be lost. Let the meaning not be lost. And let's not get carried away by all the external things that somebody said. Tail is wagging the dog. The videographer is deciding the schedule. Videographer cannot. I feel once I went to a marriage, I felt the man. Actually, the boy and the girl, they were actually quite devoted. The boy was listening to the mantras and repeating very well, actually. I was very impressed. Very impressed. And this, he was, I wish he went one step. Wait a minute. I'm not going to watch the video. I'm going to listen to the Purohit. I'm paying you money so you can do the things that you're supposed to do without getting my attention. I'm paying you a lot of money, right? So why are you constantly asking my attention? You do something, climb up the ladder and do something. Like that, somebody should say. I felt he could have said that, like that. But he did a very good job. He was really chanting everything very well. And both of them were focused on the rituals. And because we don't know what these mantras mean, the only choice we have is to follow what is told. There's nothing else. You pour the rice here, you pour the rice puff there, you pour the water here. You just have to blindly listen. You have no choice here. But this person was doing it very well. So I was very impressed by it. So anyway, I'm just giving you some ideas for thought. You already might know of this. Anyway, next shloka here. Who is next? Ahankaram balam darpam.
Ahankaram balam darpam.
Kamam krodham cha samshritaah.
Kaman krodhan cha samshritaah.
Mamatma paradeheshu.
Mamatma paradeheshu.
Pradvishantobhyasuyakaah.
Pradvishantobhyasuyakaah.
Ahankaram balam darpam.
Ahankaram balam darpam.
Kamam krodham cha samshritaah.
Kaman krodhan cha samshritaah.
Mamatma paradeheshu.
Mamatma paradeheshu.
Pradvishantobhyasuyakaah.
Pradvishantobhyasuyakaah.
So Krishna is continuing the same train of thought. I think he is hoping that these people will change. He's looking for opportunities to help people who are lost in these kinds of vainglorious things. And so he is making that point again, ahankaram. Ahankara. Here ahankara means ego, egotistic, that kind of ahankara it is, not a Vedanta ahankara. Ahankaram, bloated ego. Balam is status, power. The power born of status and wealth, that kind of balam it is. Darpam, arrogance. And kamam, kama, desire for things. Obsession with desire. Obsession to satisfy every desire that is coming up. That is called kamam here. Krodam. Krodam has to follow. Cha samsritaha. So, governed by these alone. Cha samsritaha. Governed by this ahankara, balam, and darpam, and resorting to anger, things like that. So we have enough examples today, and from the Puranas also, Hiranyakashipu and all, we have a lot of examples, Kamsa, etc. is there. And so, Mam Atma Paradeheshu Pradvishantaha. Mam Pradvishantaha. Dvesha. Dvesha is the word here. They criticize me. Krishna is saying. Means they speak ill of the Vedas. They speak ill of Ishvara. They speak ill of bhaktas. They speak ill of people who believe in Ishvara. That is what Krishna is saying. Mam pradvishantaha. Okay. When they speak ill of a bhakta, it is like talking, deriding Ishvara. So bhakti also, opportunity, window of opportunity is closing. It's closing. It's closing rapidly. Mam. And who am I? Atmani api asmi. Means that person. Atma here refers to that person who is criticizing. I am there in that person, and paradeheshu api. In other people also, in other beings also, I am there. That me, this guy is criticizing. Atma paradeheshu, right? Atma here refers to that person. That person, right? Okay. Atmadehe paradeheshu api pradvishantaha. They are all abhyasuyakaha. Asuya. Suya is speaking ill. Speaking ill is called asuya. Of anything, of others, of situations, etc. This habit of constantly putting down somebody or something is called asuya. So, abhyasuyakaha. Krishna is using a prefix abhi. Vidaha means they only speak ill of people. That's why everybody has to be careful when dealing with such person. Extremely careful. One wrong word uttered, fireworks. And so, highly critical, abhyasuyaka, slandering of people and scriptures. Such people they are, like that he's saying. How do you translate this? Given to egoism, I think there is a word called egoism. Given to egoism, power, arrogance. Given to egoism, power, arrogance, desire and anger. These slanderers hate me. Hate me. Okay, me means uppercase M. Hate me. Who is in the body of themselves? Who is in the body of themselves? And others. Themselves and others. Because at some point the teaching has to come. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi has to come. So Kshetrajna is the Kshetran janati iti Kshetrajna. That awareful being is mam, like that he had said earlier. So, given to egoism, power, arrogance, desire, and anger, these slanderers hate me, who is in the body of themselves and others. Next shloka. तानहं द्विषतः क्रूरान्
तानहं द्विषतः क्रूरान्
संसारेषु नराधमान्
संसारेषु नराधमान्
क्षिपाम्यजस्रमशुभान्
क्षिपाम्यजस्रमशुभान्
आसुरीष्वेव योनिषु
आसुरीष्वेव योनिषु
तानहं द्विषतः क्रूरान्
तानहं द्विषतः क्रूरान्
संसारेषु नराधमान्
संसारेषु नराधमान्
क्षिपाम्यजस्रमशुभान्
क्षिपाम्यजस्रमशुभान्
आसुरीष्वेव योनिषु
आसुरीष्वेव योनिषु धन्यवाद.
So he's now talking about what happens to such people. What happens to such people with that Asuri Sampat? Tan Dvishataha Kruran Naradhaman all refer to these people. Okay. Tan, those people who are what? Dvishataha, who are like this, who are constantly criticizing gunas. Somebody has good qualities, that person also is criticized. Because he doesn't like anything, anybody good, any person good, he can't like, because that good person will get praised. And he doesn't want praise to go to that person. So constantly criticize. Dvishataha. Because nobody can be as awful as this person. And therefore, Dvishataha. And they dislike. So that is why here Swamiji does mention the passing. He says we have to be careful. Be careful. No, the tendency is the majority attitude decides how children behave, how youth behave, etc. So all this wearing of tilakam and wearing vibhuti and all is part of our culture that signifies, that differentiates our culture. And slowly that disappears. Those external symbols disappear. Slowly it disappears. Because we have become shy to tell others who we are. For various reasons. And so the passing, Swamiji mentions that. And I connect it to others also. I connect it to what they used to say. Don't go abroad. I used to wonder why our acharyas say that. Don't go abroad. Means don't leave the shores of Bharat Mata. Like that they used to say. And why? What is wrong? What's wrong with it? I used to think about it. I think there is some truth to that. There is some truth. Because then one gets uprooted from the Vedic culture. Then it's just anybody guess what can happen to that. There is some truth to that. I can vouch through my own experience. I can say that. Each of you can decide how much truth is there in that statement. Okay? And so, such people who are constantly criticizing like this, Dvishataha, who are cruel, Kruran, who are rude, who are mean, who have, with whom there is nothing good to talk about, Kruran, and who are Naradhaman. Naraha, Adhama. Adhama means very, very unbecoming. Very unbecoming. There's nothing good to talk about them. So such mean people. Aham. What do I do to them? Samsareshu. And there also one more word is given. Ashubhan. Ashubhan is another word coming in the second half of this sloka. Ashubhan. They don't, they don't, they're always negative, always negative. So they exude negative energy. Nothing good comes out of it. And so such people, Ashubhan, very harsh words Krishna is using for them. And what do I do? Aham kim karomi. Kshipami. There is a verb there. Aham kshipami. Kship means to drop, to throw. That's the literal meaning of kship. So what do I do to them? I drop them, I deliver them, I dispatch them somewhere, right? And samsareshu means I, samsara. He is in samsara, he will continue to remain in samsara only. Samsareshu. And look at the one word he uses, ajasram. That is the key here, ajasram. Just. So just, if you look up just in the dictionary, it will say mokshane. Mokshane. Just means towards moksha, in the sense of moksha. Anything which takes us to moksha is called jasyati iti. Jasram. Ajasram. That person moves further and further away from moksha. Already moksha seems to be a very difficult thing. Okay. And on top of that, this guy is moving further and further away. Ajasram kshipami. I have no choice. Samsareshu ajasram kshipami. I drop that person. I drop the person means what? Not that Bhagavan chooses, singles out the person. The laws are all working and they should work as they should. They work as they should work. And so this person ends up Asurishu eva yonishu. You can guess, they will not very easy to translate all this. Asurishu yonishu. That person will end up in further and further into a Asuri Sampat Deha. Further and further. And yonishu. Bhagavan doesn't like this, doesn't like doing this. Person is trying his best. Bhagavan is trying his best. But then such people are there. That's why Paritranaya Sadhu Namu. So to protect the people who are Devi Sampat, who are helpless against these Asuri Sampat people, Paritranaya Sadhunam, Vinashaya cha Dushkritam, Dharma Santhapanarthaya, Sambhavami Yugi. To change this guy. But if he doesn't change, what can I do? What can I do? And so, I said moksha is already difficult. Why it is difficult? Why should moksha be difficult? Moksha is meant for us. It shouldn't be difficult. If it is very, very mountain climbing, suppose climbing Himalayas, somebody says. Himalayas is what? I don't even know where the Himalayas is. Where is the question of climbing Himalayas? Right? I'm sitting down south here, and for that person, Himalaya is just a word in the just a word. Okay, Himalaya climbing. Nilgiri mountain climbing itself is not possible. And you are talking about Himalaya climb. You can argue like that. Yeah, that's it's a test of physical endurance and possibility. And that is not possible for everybody. It's for a handful. Is moksha like mountain climbing? It better not be like mountain climbing. Because otherwise it will be ruled out for many, many people. Moksha can't be like. And so, on top of that, our Swamiji quotes this Bhartrihari. Swamiji is in a mood to quote Bhartrihari. So I'm going to quote this. And number 49, you can make a note. Vairagya Shatakam, number 49. He says, there is no time left. There's no time left. What you ask anybody, do you have time? How will you respond? Do you have time tomorrow? Okay, today you don't have. Tomorrow you have time. What will you say? Yes, I have a lot of time tomorrow. Is that what you're going to say? Who said, who show me that person? Bring that person to me. I want to talk to that person. I have a lot of time on Sunday. Sunday is a day when they don't have time at all. Okay. And so this Bhartrihari says, Ayur Varsha Shatam Nrinam Parimitam. Okay, let's say a person lives for 100 years. 100 years. Let's say a person lives. Okay. And then what? Ratrau Tadardham Gatam. Ratrau Tadardham Gatam. Half of that lifespan is gone in night. Night means what? In sleeping and dozing and all. Like people come to Gita class and doze. No, that kind of dozing also you should include in this Ratro. Ratro means not literally night. It's wherever you go and just say after lunch, you say, I want to take a nap. That also is Ratro. Okay. Like this, half a day is gone. Half a day is gone. Ardham Gatam. Tasya Ardhasya Parasya Cha Ardham Aparam. Now your remaining half is left. Out of the remaining half, a quarter is gone in childhood. Childhood is just a period of hopefully pure enjoyment. So he's saying Balavat, Balatvam, gone is Balatvam. Another quarter is gone in Vriddhatvam, old age. Because capacity is reduced, right? And so Balatva, Vriddhatva Yoho Gatam. Then what? Shesham. Something is left. Hopefully something is still left. Okay, Shesham. What about that Shesham? Vyadhi. Vyadhi means disease. Running to the hospital and doctors and this and that. Vyadhi. And Viyoga. And separation. Separation from children, separation from grandchildren. All these pangs of separation and all of that. Viyoga. And then Dukkha. Because of that Dukkha also. Separation is over, but now dukkha, I have to live with myself with sorrow, dukkha sahitam. And during this time, what happens? I am supposed to do seva to others, but here, sevadibihi niyate. During all these times, other people are doing seva to me. The doctor is doing seva. My family members are doing seva to me. Friends are doing seva to me. Because sorrow means people have to come and ask me, how are you doing? Don't feel sad. Like that, they have to tell me. This is how life is gone. And so he says, Jive Vari Taranga Chanchalatare. Hey, this Vari Taranga, Vari means water. Jala Taranga. Jive, what is this life? It is just like the waves are coming back and forth, like this Chanchalatare. For this kind of a person, Saukyam Kutaha Pranina. Where is the question of Saukyam? Sukham. Sukham Nasti eva. A person doesn't even understand what is the goal of life and all that. And so there is no chance of sukham. Like that, Bhartrihari, that's what I'm telling you. Very depressing it is. Vairagya Shatakam. Some of our Swamis teach Vairagya Shatakam. Our Swamiji doesn't teach. I've never heard him. Because there is enough depressing things in life, and you come and talk about another text on depression. I don't know what benefit we will get from periodically we should quote. I think it's a good text to be quoted periodically. That's my opinion. Anyway, so therefore, with that, Adho Gachanti Tamasaha, we saw that also. So Arjuna, don't take this life for granted. I will send these people to these Asura types of yonis, types of births. I will send them there. Like that he says here. He's talking about Aham Kshipani. I drop them there, like that he said. Okay, translation. I send those haters. See, Swami's translation is I throw these haters. I purposely said I send these haters. Because that throw, I don't want to say. Swamiji, Bhagavan has no free will, actually speaking. So Bhagavan cannot throw anybody anywhere, really speaking. But I send these haters who are impious, cruel, who are impious means not pious, who are impious, cruel, and the lowliest among human beings. And the lowliest among human beings. Perpetually into Asura lives or Asura wombs. Literal meaning is womb. Yoni is womb. Perpetually into Asura wombs, which lead to further samsara. Which lead to further samsara. I send these haters, within brackets of me, haters of me, because earlier he said that. I send these haters of me, who are impious, cruel, and the lowliest among human beings, perpetually into Asura wombs, which lead to further samsara. Let's stop with that today. ॐ आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ